Welcome to Monday Night RAW. Well, Rob Bartlett, Vince McMahon, and the Macho Man Randy Savage are here as your announced team tonight.
Bitch.
Rob Bartlett, not a big fan of Bobby Heenan, who, of course, last week we saw trying to break into the building.
He used a bunch of different disguises to try to do so too, but he wasn't able to fool the security there. And yeah, Vince McMahon says, "Wait a second, what is this?" And Rob Bartlett is holding a picture of Bobby Heenan, and he rips it up, and Rob Bartlett says, "Fight the real enemy," and rips it up. I said, "Holy shit!" I thought Bobby Heenan had like gone to WCW. That's how real I thought this was. Fight the real enemy. Fuck you.
I gotta tell you, man, I can't believe what I saw with my eyes here as they start to run down this show.
I could have given you a million guesses, and I don't know if this would have ever like popped up once. What happens here? So. It's Vince, Rob Bartlett, and Macho Man standing here next to ringside, as James said. And Vince says, "I'll tell you what happens this week." All of a sudden, Macho Man...
I'm gonna spoil the show!
Ric Flair's leaving!
No!
Don't go watch me at WCW, yawn. That'll put butts in seats.
Paulie Dangerously was fired. No surprise here.
I would fire him too. So Vince says, "I'll tell you what happens this week." And then all of a sudden, Macho Man gets completely annihilated from behind, like just destroyed. The cameraman gets all dizzy.
It is insane how hard he gets hit.
Yeah, Macho Man like legit gets hurt, it looks like. And the man
Vince
that jumps...
gets knocked. Vince gets knocked. It's like, ugh.
like a WWF Attitude Cell noise. Ugh, ugh.
Oh, yeah, man. I mean, just beat the shit out of him. I mean, like, that shit was crazy. It smacked him straight to the floor.
Dude, he gets ran over, and the culprit that attacked the Macho Man, the big angle for this episode of Monday Night Raw, it's the goddamn Repo Man. He's here, baby. Repo Man.
Dude,
Repo Man.
WXO's Barry Darso is here. He hit him with that forearm across the back. Priceline, bitch.
Dude, he fucking forms the shit. Priceline would have been a great name for his move in there. Wow. God damn.
Yeah. Wow, I couldn't believe I saw Barry Darso with the little fucking Sly Cooper outfit on. This shit's crazy.
He's insane looking. He takes out the Macho Man, and he steals the Macho Man's
That's not Barry
hat.
Darso. That's the Hamburglar. Arrest his ass.
This is a Monday Night Raw. This is a skibbity toilet.
Dude, okay, by the way, when he clobbers him and he hits him and he takes his hat, the sirens still go, wee, wee, wee.
Dude, this whole time it's woo,
and then
woo.
I swear, I don't know if I was making this up because I was like into the moment or something, but like I swear they were chanting Repo, Repo, Repo.
Dude, they might have been for real, Tony. I think they might have fucking been.
I was
They were
into
chanting
this.
BWO. BWO. It hadn't happened yet.
2 months old.
They hadn't happened yet. They just wanted to, you know.
Dude, the end of you hasn't happened yet.
Telling Paulie what to book. BWO.
Oh, that does sound like Repo. You're right.
He jumps him, steals Macho Man's hat, and jumps the rail and runs away. Macho Man's fucked up. Oh, what the fuck?
Dude, it is so awkward. There's wee. There's no talking. Macho Man's on the floor. This is off kilter. Yeah. There's like no talking at all here, and then it just cuts to the fucking intro. I actually like that a lot, that he gets attacked by Barry Darso and like everything's super awkward, and then it just cuts to the intro. Yeah, we don't know what to do. Because they don't
know what to do. Yeah,
that's
cool.
Good. For 93, that was hot. And also, by the way, Macho Man probably just never paid for his hat. He's like went into crazy debt for it, so he had to repossess
it got repossessed, yeah.
It's like Brian Keith's hat. You can't touch that, dude.
Well, that's fucking true. Brian Keith probably paid well for that hat. Macho Man, I could see missing some payments on his hat.
Come on, man. He's got like 6 commercials on this bitch. He's decked out.
That's why he's doing Slim Jims for the hat.
I'm fucking dead.
He did Slim Jims for free to pay for his hat.
That Ramada Hotel got me, I tell you.
The concept of the Repo Man as a wrestling character is fucking awesome. He targets people that owe money.
So this like works in this era too, because most of the time he's repoing shit that shouldn't even be repoed. Like, I'm repoing your hat. Hey, hold on a minute.
How do you repo a hat? Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
I just do. It's my job.
Yeah, like the idea of this character works in this era, I think, because of how many props everyone had in this era. This was such a prop era. Barry Darso could steal from every person on this roster. He could steal Doink's arm. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many things he could steal.
Duggan's 2x4. Yeah.
Did you ever steal Jake the Snake with Damien? You ever steal that snake?
I don't think so.
That'd be crazy. I'm repoing the snake.
So good.
I'm repoing the WWF Championship, Brett.
Dude, they should have did an angle where he repoed the company from Jack Tunney. Jack Tunney wasn't making payments.
Dude, if we would have booked a Repo Man, it would have been so different.
Wow, I think the Repo Man can still exist in 2024.
I actually think he could. He'd be the ultimate heel, dude.
He steals well, he's not stealing. He's a part of the government.
That's what makes it so heelish. Fuck you, government mule.
Bastard government man.
So we get the intro to Monday Night Raw. Yeah, I mean, this is classic right here.
Awesome intro. Love it. I love it. Yeah. It's really good.
And we go into the first match of the evening. Terrific Terry Taylor takes on Mr. Perfect.
There's two things that are guaranteed in this life. Everyone knows Goldust, and Terry Taylor has worked there. That's two.
You're right.
Terry Taylor is on every show we've ever watched ever in some capacity.
Dude,
I'm sure he's been in the back or something.
I swear he's employed by like 8 companies at once. He's in the WWF, he's in WCW at the exact same time somehow.
He's probably signed to AEW right now.
He's in TNA at the exact same time. Like, he's always back. I don't even know how this
Anytime something needs to be broken up, Terry Taylor is there. I promise you he's there. Doesn't matter what company.
Yeah. Any documents need to be given out, it's Terry Taylor's job.
Yeah, I was telling Johnny, I started watching Mid-South TV. And the era that I started watching, Terry Taylor literally debuted on the episode that I started tuning into. They're like, and here's the debuting Terry Taylor. And I was like, oh my. And I was like, there's no way this is Terry Taylor. And then I looked at a close up when it zoomed in on him. I said, wow, that is a young Terry Taylor in Mid-South.
That's crazy.
He was a blue chipper athlete from Florida. Super babyface, super old school territory, like white meat babyface, and he's kind of that here, but in reverse. He's Ric Flair here.
He is Ric Flair here, man. He's a complete asshole here. On commentary before the match, Vince says, holy cow, we said it was uncut. They do the fucking uncut, uncooked, uncensored thing here. And Vince says, holy Toledo, what was that all about? Holy Toledo, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess they were aiming it at kids like this show, right? Was that the idea?
I would assume so. This era is, but this show feels like they think this is cutting edge.
Yeah.
This is raw and uncensored.
You have the Saturday show, which I guess is WWF Mania at the time. It's coming up. That's the kids show, the cartoon.
Oh, right, with Todd Pettingsgill.
Yeah, that's right. And
sure, okay, yeah.
So this one is the adult-oriented primetime show or whatever.
Yeah, this is for the dads, James.
Oh shit! Well, y'all are losing Ric Flair. Y'all better get him back.
Whoa! What the fuck?
Yeah, dads were super into Ric Flair.
They
were.
That is correct.
That's true.
How many dads have you ever seen watch the WCW throwing up the 4? You know what I mean?
Them.
They're always dads. Yeah, they always are.
And they're always wooing too. Woo.
Yeah, they are wooing, throwing up the 4, and all the teenagers are putting them in the rack.
You're right.
Yeah, so Macho Man comes to commentary after being attacked by the Repo Man.
Rob Bartlett. So he's definitely toned down from the first episode, but he's still just he doesn't give a shit about this show.
He undermines the show at any given point.
He loves it. He says, Rob Bartlett, Terry Taylor and Mr. Perfect is getting set up here. And Rob Bartlett says, is there any way we can get in touch with Randy? I want him to check on my car. I couldn't find a parking spot. I just put it out front. And Vince is like, here's a man that doesn't need a parking place. And Rob says, I think he needs 2 parking spaces.
Dude, I wrote that down. I said, why does Mr. Perfect need 2 parking spaces?
Because he's big, maybe?
Well, his ego is the second one, brother. Well, I like that he did that because he sets up an angle for the show.
He does.
He does. He says, my truck's out front. Oh?
Dude, I didn't think that was anything that was going to be called back to whatsoever. I thought he was just being an asshole the whole time.
Yeah, I know. He's very quietly setting up his little angles for the show.
That is fucking fun. I wonder
if he professional, boys.
I wonder if he did it and then they were like, we got to do something with that.
We got to move this truck.
He literally parked there for real.
So the Macho Man walks up to commentary. Where's my hat? Where's my hat?
Dude, he cannot think about anything else other than his hat.
He's fucking. There's a match going on. Hey, what's wrong with you?
This is actually a pretty good opener too. Like I'm watching in the background. I'm enjoying the work that I'm seeing here. Like Terry Taylor's like a good hand, and like Mr. Perfect, of course, Mr. Perfect. But like they do everything they can to make sure that you are not paying attention to this match at all.
They could not give a fuck about this match until like the end, and even then, it's just because of the angle that happens at the end here. Like, it's fucking crazy. Like, so much so, the match has already started. They're still talking about Macho Man and Repo Man. This is just before Macho Man shows up. And Vince says, Macho Man is still on the prowl looking for the Repo Man. What would bring the Repo Man to do such a thing? And Rob Bartlett says, well, he wanted to see Randy topless, obviously. Ha 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 ha. Holy shit, guys.
Yeah, he's old. You know, he's 35.
Dude, I was explaining that to my wife. I was like, yeah, this was old. Like, and she's like, 35? I'm like, yeah, that's old. Like,
he's dead. Yeah, but he might as well fucking be
like,
dead.
That's it. When you turn 37, that's like, you're done. You can't even wrestle again.
My God. Yeah, don't even think
now
about
I'm like, no, like, Batista didn't make it till he was 40. DDP was like 40-something when he made it.
Savage had like legit just turned 40 here. Like, legit just turned 40.
Get the fuck out of here.
Take his hat off.
Hit him with a truck.
Bitch. And then, like, they call Bobby Heenan on the phone during the match. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I thought it was going to be like a quick, like, Bobby Heenan makes a quick, like, you know, I got a statement I got to get across.
A jab,
and
yeah.
Call it. No, dude, they just talked to this dude on the phone for like the whole match. I was like, what?
Through a commercial.
Yeah, that was crazy. I love Bobby Heenan, but I also would like to watch Mr. Perfect versus Terry Taylor, please.
So they're wrestling. Like, Perfect is fucking, he's sending Taylor the buckle, hits a running drop kick. Terry Taylor powders. Mr. Perfect full leap, throws himself over the top rope to the floor to chase him. I was like, that was the most impressive thing I've ever seen. And they don't give a fuck.
Great opener. Like, this is like really just, it's awesome. Terry Taylor's bumping for Mr. Perfect.
Yeah.
This is cool stuff, man. Yeah.
Ric Flair, him being Ric Flair is a great way to describe it, because that is exactly what he's doing here. So yeah, Macho Man fucking shows up. Rob Bartlett asked Macho Man if he saw his car. Macho, I didn't see your car. I didn't see nothing. What you see about my hat? Where's my hat? Repo's got that too. That's fine. I'll get him. And then yeah, fucking. All right. Well, Bobby the Brain Heenan is on the phone. I got a question for him. What? Where's my hat?
They're just taking phone calls in the middle of matches during a live broadcast.
Dude, yeah, and there's a "We Want Flair" chant during the match. Now Bobby Heenan's is fucking going off. Bobby Heenan says, forget about Mr. Perfect. Who does Rob Bartlett think he is showing a photo of me and tearing it up? He's lucky that I don't want that job, or else I'd have that job. Does he not know I host All-American Wrestling on Saturday?
This is also, by the way, in phone like sound.
Yeah, phone quality. Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Anyway, Terry Taylor and Perfect are trading scoop slams and mule kicks in the ring here. Heenan is on the phone during all of this cool exchange here, and Heenan's yelling, hello? Hello? Hey, I'm talking to you. Don't you hear me? Hey.
Dude, they just ignore him at this point. They just stop talking. They ignore him,
Tony, and it goes to commercial. And we come back, and Vince says, Bobby, I'm sure you're still on the line. And Heenan says, hello?
Dude, no, we hear you, bro.
You cut me? Hello? I mean, yeah, it's so hard to, like, I watched the match. I was able to retain what happened in the match, but, like, they are
There's just so much, going on at the same time.
It is so hard to follow it, because, like, you're listening to this, trying to take that in and understand what they're saying, and then it's like, oh, there's a match going on. Like, they're talking about a lot of stuff here on the phone.
Dude, they go, like, Terry Taylor shit cans Perfect with his gear to the floor, throws him in the rail, and then Bobby Heenan's back on the line. Rob Bartlett says, hey, Bobby, while you're on the phone, could you order me a pizza?
Dude, I couldn't. Dude, that shit was so fucking funny. That shit was so fucking funny. I was like, oh, cool, conversation over. Let's go back to the match. He throws on the outside. Hello? What? Dude, I think Heenan is still on the line. Heenan, can you hear me? I can hear you. Dude, no way. This is still going.
Hey, Bobby, can you order me a pizza? A pizza? I don't take orders. I give orders. Well, Mr. Heenan, we thank you. I think your time is up.
Dude, he says, I don't take orders. I give orders. And Vince goes, I see. Well, that's about all the time we have.
I think your time is up. And Heenan says, this is collect. You're stuck with the bill. Ha, ha, ha. And Vince says, hang up on him. Hang up on him. So finally, we get to watch some of this match here.
Yeah, so we go back in. We're in a chin lock. I'm pretty sure they're chanting Ric Flair sucks now.
I think they're saying this match sucks. I couldn't tell.
Dude, they thought that was
the top of my lungs.
BWO.
This match sucks.
No, that's next match, dude. BWO's next match.
Sure.
Yeah, Ric Flair sucks. No, that's Terry Taylor, dude. So Terry Taylor with the knee pads at the shins. By the way, I just want to make sure everyone understands what's going on here. They know Flair's leaving. They said we got another Flair. Just fucking put him in there.
We got the number one boy.
Number one boy. Oh my God, Terry Taylor, number one boy. So Ric Flair, Ric Flair's later tonight. Right now, Terry Taylor spine buster for a 2. Thought that was cool. He's getting his good shit in right now. Big spine buster. It's a doctor bomb to the knees for a 2.
That was awesome. I said, holy shit. I had to rewind it because I swore he dumped Mr. Perfect on his head. That was awesome.
Yeah, dude, I'm putting, I see that. I'm like, all right, we're booking Terry Taylor a little bit more here, see what we can get out of him.
Well, Rob Bartlett on commentary says, can't we all just get along? And Macho Man says, I don't think so. My head's gone.
Thank you, Macho Man. I didn't know you didn't have the hat.
I don't have my head on, James. It's gone.
I don't get the hat back. I'm going to WCW. I swear I will.
That's a good idea. Fuck off.
I have a lot left in the ring.
Get your old ass out of here.
So Terry Taylor punches Mr. Perfect. Mr. Perfect sells to the ropes and fires back with a punch. He tagged the shit out of Terry Taylor. You could hear that from outside, dude.
Yeah,
I was like,
awesome.
wow, that probably early shit. Mr. Perfect then wins the strike exchange here. And then he hits the ring-a-ding, brother. The ring-a-ding.
Why does he do? Why was that match so prevalent there? Like that move, like
he hits the ring-a-ding, and he like fires up, babyface fire off the ring-a-ding into the biggest
crazy.
Manhattan drop ever. Woo!
Dude. He's at one point he's hulking up. I'm like,
yeah,
what?
big fucking babyface fire after the ring-a-ding into the huge Manhattan drop, and then he goes off to the corner. The throwback.
I mean, that's a Mr. Perfect classic at the very least.
All this is the ring-a-ding, huge Manhattan. Oh yeah, dude.
For people that don't know, the ring-a-ding is the no-headed pedigree that you don't fall on.
You just put their head between your legs and you jump up in the air and you land.
It discombobulates them.
It ring-a-dings their brain.
Yeah, ring-a-ding.
No one else do ring-a-ding, right? That's like a lost
Andre
move, right?
ring-a-dinged.
Now, no one does
Andre
ring-a-ding.
did ring-a-ding.
Yeah,
didn't
he definitely did.
Austin Aries said, fuck the legs. I'm just going to clap the shit out of you.
that.
Yeah, so ring-a-ding, big Manhattan. It was always funny with Perfect. He'd do the Manhattan, and whoever he's facing would hit him with the atomic drop, and he'd jump out of the ring or whatever, you know. That was always the spot cool. there. So Manhattan drop into the throwback, and wait a minute. That's Ric Flair out there. Ric Flair's here.
Terry Taylor number 2.
He came out there. Terry Taylor started pulling the knee pads up. Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh shit! I thought he was in WCW already. Oh shit!
My observer was 2 weeks early.
So Mr. Perfect gets distracted by Ric Flair being out here, and Terry Taylor hits him in the back with a knee that sends him flying to the outside. Terry Taylor starts distracting the ref, and now Flair is beating the shit out of Mr. Perfect out here.
I've never seen Flair run and start fighting somebody so quickly in my life. He flew and was throwing punches through his ass into the goddamn stairs. They're having this brawl here. Rob Bartlett on commentary says, who's he fighting?
Dude.
Well, I'm going to kill this guy.
I'm going to WCW right now.
Why I oughta.
So Terry Taylor goes for a suplex when Mr. Perfect gets back in the ring. Flair kind of just tosses him back in there. Terry Taylor goes for a suplex, but Mr. Perfect finds the leg. He's searching for it, grabs it, and he reverses it into a perfect plex, and he gets the win. And then he immediately chases after Ric Flair to the back, and we go to commercial.
That was awesome. I mean, it might have been the perfect plex, James, but that's not what Vince called it. Vince called it The superplex, of
Oh,
course.
did he call it the superplex?
I heard
did,
that.
yeah.
Yes. he did.
Wow, that's funny. My brain just went straight to perfect flex. I didn't even hear that.
It is perfect flex. I think he just fucked up.
No, yeah, but my brain, like, even if he said
sure,
like,
yeah,
my
yeah.
brain said, he said perfect flex for sure.
Superplex. What a maneuver.
So this was actually a very solid opener.
Yes.
With all this, with Flair coming out and everything, this was awesome. I wish, the only thing I wish they could have changed is, like, just take the Bobby Heenan stuff off the phone. Like,
It could have been shortened and done after this.
yeah, I mean, like I said, I'll never complain about hearing or seeing Bobby Heenan on a show.
Yeah.
But the way they did it here was, like, just mad stupid.
Yeah, when
I
they went
just-
to commercial, they should have just like that should have been it. You know, like you said, he thought it was over, and then he comes like, "Hello," and he doesn't say
Yeah.
Hey,
anything
Bobby,
after
you're still
that.
there?
He just says, "Order a pizza," and it has like no context towards like any storylines or anything. So they should have just ended at the commercial.
Yeah, I think maybe because it was a different quality than the rest of the people talking to. I can see the vision here, obviously. But like, I think because it was a different quality than the other people, like guest commentary doesn't annoy me that much or anything. I was just like, damn, I'm finding a really hard time like paying attention to what's going on behind this because of this.
Dude, it was miserable writing for that part of the show for me.
Dude, it was.
Trying
Yeah,
to write the match and the fucking shit they were saying was brutal.
Yeah, I think
mean,
like a backstage segment probably would have sufficed, right? Just like hey, Bobby Heenan talking shit backstage would have been fine, right?
Well, he
Throw that
can't come in
after
the
match.
building.
He's banned.
Yeah, but just like wherever
They should have gone outside. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
that's
wherever,
right.
anywhere. Yeah, I mean, just
Hey,
something.
pussy, are you still there?
I'm
You're
here.
a scumbag, Vince. I'm here, Vince.
So we go to the ring. We have a ring girl with a sign that says Raw, and Vince says, for some reason, in a grandpa voice, there's a girl in the ring with a sign that says Raw, and Vince says, "Hello."
Hello.
What was that, buddy?
Yeah, he does.
Hello. All right, then. Damn.
You fucking weird bastard. Then they show the Bret Hart ⴅᴇᴛ commercial, which is fucking nuts.
Yeah, man. Like, this is not steroids, by the way. This is Bret Hart. He doesn't do steroids. See.
So, ⴅᴇᴛ was a brand of not steroids, or was it a? What was
like
this?
workout stuff.
ⴅᴇᴛ
WWE owned, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
is a training regimen. So, like,
Oh.
yeah, it's an integrated training regimen. To be the World Wrestling Federation champion, you gotta want it every day. It
Oh,
takes an
shit.
integrated approach to training, and that's what
Wow.
ⴅᴇᴛ is all about. No, that's so funny. It says ⴅᴇᴛ integrated training approach or integrated training program.
Conditioning
or whatever.
programs.
So so Brett's like, it takes an integrated approach.
Ah.
Yeah. No, I guess I get that. Yeah.
Oh, it is a supplement too.
Yeah, I think they sold like protein and shit like that, right?
Sure.
Or
just
okay, yeah,
workout
that makes
stuff.
sense.
We get a Macho Man Slim Jim commercial. Chips. Gotta have beef. Gotta have spice. You want? All right. So this next part could have been any words ever. You gotta have spice. You want a little excitement.
Slim Jim, oh yeah.
That shit is so funny. I think he says you want a little excitement.
Need a little.
Need a little.
Yeah.
That was what it always was. Need a little excitement.
Dude, I
Yeah.
told you this could have been any amount of words. You gotta have spice. You need a little excitement.
Need a little. Dude, okay, so he squeezes a bag of chips and throws them on the floor and yells, "Chips!" Slim Jims were competing with chips.
Yeah, you don't want them shitty chips. You want beef stick spice.
Yeah.
Why can't I
Awesome.
have both?
All snack food. They're competing with all
Holy
of it.
shit, you would be a
sure.
maniac. You take one hand of the chips and then one bite of the stick.
I need a little excitement.
Dude, they should have put those together. That would have been a sweet combo, like chips and sticks. And you put them together, eat them out.
Little fucking excitement.
Don't fucking chips. He's squeezing the shit out of his bag.
Dude,
Okay,
he
buddy,
destroyed
goddamn.
that bag, yeah.
I'm going to WCW.
I'm taking Slim Jim with me only, yeah.
That's right. Fuck you.
Take that. So we go to Bret Hart's town hall. Vince introduces Bret, who is the WWF champion at the time.
Bret Hart looks fucking great, man. I mean,
He does.
God
He looks
damn.
awesome, man. Comes out jacket, no shirt on.
Thankfully, ⴅᴇᴛ got him locked the fuck in.
Integrated training gets you like this.
That is good, yeah.
Why don't you try Slim Jim? That's a good for you, don't you think? Fuck. He squishes an IcoPro protein bottle. Fuck this.
He breaks a Slim Jim in half. Oh, chips! When he goes to WCW, breaks a Slim Jim. I love chips.
Snickers.
Yummy.
Wow, Macho Man turning against Slim Jims would have broken my heart, I think.
Yeah, I think it would have changed like some like real terrestrial level shit, like for real.
Yeah, like that's Hogan joining the NWO levels of heat for me,
Wow,
brother. I mean,
him
goddamn.
turning on the Slim Jims is like Hogan.
Yeah, man.
NWO. That's
You want
weird.
this little stick or do you want a big bag of chips? I'm hungry. Good.
This shitty little Slim Jim.
What are you gonna do with this little
I'm
puny
eating
thing?
Ruffles, sour cream, and cheddar. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I mean, that's fucking awesome.
You want
to
some
go for
riches?
that?
Oh yeah.
What are you gonna do with this shitty little shrimp stick?
Dude, but somehow he kept the sponsorship. Like it was his thing. I don't know how that even worked.
Slim
Like,
Jim
he
wasn't
was
like a
Slim
popular
Jim.
thing back then.
No, but it was like his. Like he
Fuck
had it
you.
because he took it with him to WCW. I don't know how that even works.
Yes, the fuck it was, bitch.
Macho Man, take your 40-year-old ass the fuck out of here. How about that, buddy?
Well, I'm gonna get my hat and I'm gonna kill you.
Well, I'm gonna eat chips.
Dude, oh, you fucking
It would have been awesome if Repo Man came in the commercial and took the Slim Jim and ran away. Repossessed
yeah.
it.
That would have been
Oh,
awesome.
they definitely didn't have that kind of steves back then. They could have pulled that one off.
Yeah, it's true.
Give me that Slim Jim also, Daddy.
Vince is in the ring here with Bret Hart. And like I said, Bret Hart looks great. Vince says the WWF title is being defended this Sunday at the Royal Rumble. This Sunday afternoon. They specifically always refer to it when they refer to it as it's Sunday afternoon, which I thought was interesting because I don't know if that happens
What
anymore.
is afternoon? Anytime afternoon is right. So
Yeah, like is it
Technically.
like is it 5? Were pay-per-views that
it
early
was
then?
4. It was 4.
Oh,
actually.
was it?
4
Okay.
Eastern, yeah. But that's
Oh wow.
still later than afternoon. That's still evening, right?
That's how we should start saying shit. Our show's starting the goddamn afternoon. Come on out.
Yeah, maybe that
We
works.
could.
Maybe there's something to that.
Against Razor Ramon, by the way. He's facing Razor at the pay-per-view. And Brett talks about Razor, and I guess Razor said that he was going to slap Stu Hart in the face. And this upset Brett. Brett says, you don't even think about slapping a 78-year-old man. Not that my dad needs any help. Razor Ramon to me is the lowest scum in the World Wrestling Federation. He's at the very bottom of the barrel. In fact, you gotta tilt the barrel up, and that's where you find scum like Razor Ramon. Wow. You hate this guy. I fucking
Good
believe
promo.
you. Yeah, I believe the shit out of this, man. Holy shit. And Brett says, when I get to the Royal Rumble, I'm gonna throw the rule book out the window. Razor Ramon, I'm gonna kick you down unconscious street. Oh my.
You don't want to go down there, dude.
What about Jabroni Drive?
Up and down there is bad.
Ooh, I'm always down. I was down there earlier.
I'm going down there in a few months. It's called WCW.
I think Razor is injured right now, by the way. Like, he works this pay-per-view hurt if he does work this pay-per-view. I
Oh,
don't know if they
really?
change
Okay.
it. Yeah, like Doink replaces Razor on all the house shows and shit.
Wow, that's a hell of a replacement. Very similar. if I got Brett versus Razor announced for a house show and his Doink is dead, I'm fucking eating chips and not Slim Jim ever
What
again.
the fuck did you say?
Dude, they're both oozing machismo. I don't know what you're talking about. So.
I mean,
the clown.
Doink's kind of based, bro.
Dork the Clown.
Dork the clown? Oh, I love that guy.
You should watch that short on YouTube. It's pretty good.
You should watch that short on YouTube.
So next up, we get maybe the craziest pre-tape I've ever seen. I don't know. This is maybe top 5, top 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about this in the order of how my brain took this all in.
That's very
Because-
important. I just want to make sure everyone
Yes.
understands how important this is. That the way this has to be explained has to be in parts.
So we go to a pre-tape. It's fucking Paul Bearer and The Undertaker, and they're standing in front of a green screen. It's the purple background, and the Undertaker casket logo looks very cool. Paul Heyman, not me. Paul Bearer says, "Oh, when my Undertaker's victims enter the ring, they have a choice. But in Somalia, too many people are dying." I said, what the fuck? What am I fucking missing here? I legit had to pause it and go back because I was like, I missed words here. No, that's what he says because this is a commercial. This is a commercial for a headlock on hunger campaign to raise money for Somalia. But I was like, I thought Paul Bearer was just about to compare Undertaker killing people to people dying in Somalia.
Okay.
So I was fucking startled.
Okay. This is... All right, so I thought... my thoughts were the same thoughts. So I thought we were going here, and then Paul Bearer is just like seemingly bringing up Somalia for no reason other than
it's like relevant at the time. Yeah,
I
thought it was like a timely thing. Yeah, exactly.
And he's doing the voice with the character.
And Undertaker's here.
And Undertaker's right there.
This is a good thing, but like, fuck,
I mean,
man.
look, guys, I don't know what to tell you. Like, if you go and watch it, right, you'll see what we're talking about. But you have to understand how out of left field this was. From the Bret Hart promo, it cuts to Paul Bearer and Undertaker, and then Paul Bearer says, "People in Somalia are dying." I said, "Wow,
What?
wow, yeah." So,
And then Undertaker says, "No one should starve to death." I'm like,
good call, good
I
call.
mean, like, fucking, you're on the money, Undertaker.
Good for you, but you're the dead man.
His next
Yeah.
gimmick, Tony, is going to be putting you in a casket and killing you. That's his next match. So, yeah.
Good. I mean, great for this, but like, yeah, this was startling to say the least,
Yeah,
man.
some superstars shouldn't do ad reads. That's what I took from this.
That's probably a fucking
Tony,
good shout,
that's,
Tony.
That's right.
Bret Hart couldn't have did this.
Dude,
Well,
you
Undertaker does his own ad reads now. I have a boner.
You want a hard ass dick like me? Check it out.
So next up here on this evening of Raw,
Oh, great.
we are 4 hours in already. It's Marty Jannetty versus Glenn Ruth.
Glenn Ruth. Do you know who this is?
No.
This is Headbanger Thrasher.
Oh boy.
Glenn
I didn't
Ruth,
know
yeah.
that.
Yep. I don't know why I knew that already. Like, I knew his name was Glenn Ruth.
I knew his name too. I don't know how I know his name.
I
just
don't know
didn't
why I
his
know
name.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Babe Ruth's illegitimate son, by the way. He could
Who's? Oh, Babe Ruth.
Babe
Oh, that's what
Ruth.
he's, yeah.
be. And I think Vince knows how to know.
Rob,
He does, Tony. He says, no, I don't think so.
Yeah,
Okay.
Rob says, Babe Ruth's illegitimate son, and Vince says, well, I don't know about that. And Rob says, is there any way I could check up on my car? Can I clean it? Shut up. And so, fucking Marty Jannetty here. This is we're still in the Shawn Michaels angle. I don't know how recently this happened, but it feels pretty recent.
Super recent. Yeah.
Yeah, because like Sherry still hasn't picked a side, so like this must have just fucking happened. Vince is talking about sensational Sherry being in someone's corner during the Shawn Marty match at the Rumble, and he's I wonder who is going to be in the corner, whose corner she's going to be in, excuse me, for Shawn versus Marty. And Rob says, I think she's probably going to be in Yokozuna's corner.
Fuck you, man. Shut up.
I think she's going to Skibbity Toilet.
Dude, this guy. Okay, so this drove me so insane.
I
Rob
like my
Bartlett.
cheese drippy, bro.
to a fucking podcast.
This is me, Shawn Michaels. I just wanted to talk to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, so Rob Bartlett drove me so insane. I was like, is this guy ever funny? I had to go look up his stand-up from like 90s to see if he
Oh,
was
you did
actually
research
funny.
on Rob Bartlett.
Yeah, a lot of it doesn't age well, so I won't talk about that
Oh,
shit.
sure.
Oh,
Okay.
sure.
But he has this one
Understandable.
joke where he has a drink in his hand. He's like, oh, this is a dog who walks into a cocktail party, and then he literally just takes the glass and like drinks out of it like a dog. And
Oh,
then-
what did dog do? This shit means something to me, man. Oh
Somebody
my
care?
God.
Somebody comment on Reddit, please.
Hey, you
Somebody
listened to that
care?
part last week? Did you like
Anyone
that part
care?
last
Did that make it in this? Yeah. So that's his joke. A dog at a cocktail party, and he drinks and he slurps the thing. He goes woof woof, and he drinks.
That's a good
It's
fucking
funny.
joke, Tony. I'm in. Give me 14 of them.
Yeah, you point to her right now.
So in coming to conclusion, he was never funny, actually. Not ever.
Well,
funny.
I like the ★ᴇᴜᴜ joke, Tony, so go to hell.
Oh, okay, sorry. I'll shut up now.
Yeah, so there's a ring girl in here as the match is waiting to start. Macho Man on commentary, where's my hat?
Where's my fucking hat?
Where's my hat, Vince?
You haven't went and looked for it.
Yeah, you just been sitting here doing your job. I do respect that, but
Yeah, I mean, your hair's not. I mean, your bald spot's there, but like whatever. You
yeah,
wrestled
that's
just like
awesome
this.
as a wrestler. Yeah, you should keep that.
Yeah.
That shit's awesome.
Fuck
So we start the match, and Shawn Michaels calls in on the fucking phone.
Like almost immediately, like Glenn Ruth goes for a handshake. Marty Jannetty takes it. Marty turns his back, and Glenn fucking jumps him. Then he shoots him in the opposite corner. Marty fucking kills him with a back elbow, then hits a second rope facebuster. And then, yeah, anyway, here's a fucking phone call from Shawn Michaels. Hey, man!
Shawn Michaels is on the phone, and he wanted to let you know that he has sex with women, and Marty Jannetty does not.
Dude, I mean, like, I wrote all this down, but I'm not reading it all because it's legit just kind of just...
Dude, why does he
Bullshit.
talk this way? Sean doesn't talk like this, but
he hasn't
talks,
found his voice yet.
He talks really slow, like he's trying to.
He's a
waste
heel, buddy.
time.
Yeah.
No, not even in that sense. It was I don't know what the fuck.
Learn the
that
business, dude.
No, if he's a heel, he's like,
Rob
fuck you,
Bartlett.
pal, suck my cock.
That's Rob Bartlett talking to Tony on commentary. Why don't you learn the business?
No, pal, I will not.
You know, a dog drinks a cock.
Have you heard the one about the dog?
What the dog doing?
That's our Patreon shoutouts every week. Have you heard the one about the dog?
yeah, I fucking have heard it.
No, Sean doesn't talk like that as a heel. I don't know what this was like extra slow. I don't know what it was. If like someone
He was probably chillaxing crazy in the back on some Sizomas, bro.
Oh,
Probably
bro.
actually-
Don't even get me started, man. I bet she's backstage right now, and Ms. Artie Gisnetti is about to fucking get in there.
He's got some Psycho Zyko for sure.
He's resorting to Zyko Pro.
ᴅᴇᴜᴜ is fucking in there doing his thing, bro. Like,
He's eating the positions. I don't know. He's on this match. Yeah, Sean was on another level here with this phone thing. It was.
I mean, he just runs down Jannetty. He says that Jannetty's, he knows what's going on in Jannetty's head, and it hasn't changed because Jannetty's a
I promise
simpleton.
you, and I mean this with 100%, with 1,000%. You do not know what's going on in Marty Jannetty's head. You do not, and you will never understand.
You don't wanna fucking know.
You'll never know. Even if you get a glimpse of it on Facebook somewhere, you'll never know what's truly going on in his
Ever.
head.
Marty Jannetty doesn't know what's going on with Marty Jannetty most of the time. You don't know what's going on here, brother.
At one point, Sean says something about shake,
me some
rattle, and
berserks.
roll. Oh, if you want-
Yeah, okay. He does. So he says the Rockers used to shake, rattle, and roll, and now Shawn Michaels will shake Jannetty's world. We'll rattle his bones, and we'll roll him out of the Royal Rumble and retain the Intercontinental Championship. Anyway, Marty Jannetty does a snap suplex on Glenn Ruth in the ring here. Anybody care?
Dude.
Anybody give a fuck about this? Hello?
This is even worse than the first match because this match sucks.
Yeah, there wasn't anything redeeming about this fucking part at all because they don't do shit. It's fucking Statmare hold
It
here's
is
a suplex,
nothing.
like some bullshit.
You
Sean's
could
on
have
the
convinced
phone.
me this was a 25-minute match.
The promo made it feel like this went on just as long as the Mr. Perfect match to me.
Yeah, Jannetty is
right,
giving
you're
him
right.
some arm drags, and Sean's just saying, Marty Jannetty?
Sucks.
Do you really think that you're going to beat me at the Royal Rumble? I'm like, dude, holy fuck. Just come out and kick his ass.
Fight him! I know you're here, man. What's wrong with you?
He can't get up.
So, yeah, well, berserked out, brother. Got him. Sean says chicks like sensational Sherry are a dime a dozen, and seeing as Sherry is a woman, just like any other woman on the earth, she's madly and passionately in love with the kid. Vince says, well, we are uncensored, uncut. And Rob says, unraw.
What? I cannot believe
What's the Raw doing? Okay, so Marty Jannetty says to the camera that he will be the IC champion by next week. I swear to God, there are BWO chants in this match.
Dude, there's so fucking...
I swear to God, there's a guy in the time machine. He went back to 93 and he chanted BWO in this match.
You heard it again?
I heard BWO chants in this match.
Dude, they definitely chant "We Want Sean" at some point.
We want
Could have
Sean
been that?
BWO. I don't
That
know.
doesn't feel as close as
I
Repo
swear
and
there's
BWO.
BWO chants in this one. I also wrote
The
down
big
here.
blue one?
He's here. He's got a big blue car.
Oh.
Wow. So I wrote down here, wow, horrible match. Please just fucking end this match. Dude, this shit was so fucking bad. This should have been a grounds for a double firing.
I imagine Marty doesn't last too much longer, right?
Glenn Ruth, would you like a job starting now? You're fired. Marty hits the rocker dropper and wins.
I mean, the rocker dropper's a shitty move.
One of the most famous WWF finishers of all time.
I guess it is.
So we go to a pre-tape. Doink gave Crush a flower and then ripped his arm off and hit Crush with it. A lot.
And beat him to death.
A woman in the crowd has never seen something so devious in her entire life.
What was that? Shot
Why?
that one in the can for a million years.
Why, Tony, why was the clown angry?
Dude, I could have, because his arm came off. I don't know.
That's his amputated arm, and he beat Crush to death with it. I mean, he was on the
dude, this
ground.
is-
He started hitting him in the head with it. That was fucked up.
This is Doink's famous thing. Like, Doink has the arm in 2K.
Repo should steal it.
He probably does, actually. I bet that does fucking happen.
Oh, you're probably right.
So, yeah, after the commercial, we came back, and Vince is, like, somber voice talking about Crush. And I'm like, what the fuck happened to Crush?
Oh, he hit him in the head with his arm.
Yeah, what is going on with Crush? He said, what a number that goofy clown did on Crush. And Rob Bartlett says, he didn't have a leg to stand on after Crush. I mean, Dork beat him with his arm.
Whatever. None of this matters, Rob. It's a mid-card feud. We don't care.
He says Dork, and the camera zooms in on Rob's face, and he's just shaking his head.
Dude, what was that? There was
I
like
don't
this
know, it was
weird.
funny as shit,
It was
though,
like
yeah.
dead silence in there, and there was just like a really close up of Rob with his glasses on. You're like, what is happening?
You think they cut something there?
Oh,
I don't
maybe.
know, but it was
felt like
funny.
it.
Oh, they said he had lead filled. His arm was filled with lead.
The cast was, right? That's what, because, okay,
Oh,
so.
they said Doink's arm was filled with lead. That's all I wrote down.
Yeah, so as James said, he takes off the cat, like he's offering Crush a flower to make up for what he did the week before. Crush gives it to a fan. Doink rips his arm off and beats the shit out of him. And Vince on commentary is trying to sell it. Oh, he took his arm off. He took his arm off. This is disgusting. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. He's beating him with his arm. And Macho Man says, it's a cast. And Vince says again and again with the cast, I guess. You're fucking fired.
The alleged arm.
Yeah, he does. What a sick individual. He beats him to shit with this thing, though.
Yeah, he hits him in the head a couple times, too. He really had to sell that one.
Dude, they do a stretcher job. They stretch him
Yeah,
out.
I mean, that shit was filled with lead.
I thought it was filled with
The whole
arm.
thing I think is
And
sick.
so Macho Man. The whole thing I think is sick.
The whole thing I think is sick. So we get a WWF Mania commercial. Wake up! It's feeding time.
It's Saturday morning.
Wake the fuck up! A
Get the
shitty
fuck
show's on!
The big boss man is here, bitch. Get in here.
Get the clown!
So I don't know if this is a news show or what this is.
Yeah, I think it's
but,
coming up. They're getting.
Yeah,
They had
Saturday
Superstars
at
before,
10.
right? Or was that on Sundays? Was that?
I don't. All American Wrestling was a thing they did too, but I don't know what that was either. So
Superstars might come later then, I think. Or maybe
I
they
think
had
that might be
I don't know, but it's
Either way.
weird to call it Mania when they have WrestleMania and then they have Mania.
well, maybe that's
I
what
thought
they're
that was
hoping.
kinda-
Mania. People watch this.
Oh,
They
yeah,
say
you're
the
right.
whole family will love their stunning superstars, candid interviews, and of course, tons of great wrestling. WWF Mania more jolting than a cup of coffee, and it's 100% caffeine free. I don't know what the fuck they said there.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
they said. They said it's 100%.
I didn't even know
caffeine-free.
this ever existed.
I don't know how long this exists for. I can look while we move on, but yeah, I imagine this is a clip show, unless they did like fucking dark
Well, I think it was
matches.
literally just like what Superstars was, right?
Oh,
think
okay.
I think it just morphs into Superstars, does it not? I could be wrong.
It
though.
lasts for 3 years.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
Wow.
Well, Macho Man says that Doink's arm was filled with lead, allegedly.
Alleged
He was
arm, alleged clown.
It's been reported in the Observer that his arm was filled with lead.
Rob Bartlett's eating a Slim Jim.
Rob
Dude,
Bartlett
could
says,
not be-
bad clown. Then he takes a bite of a Slim Jim.
Where'd you fucking get that, you son of a bitch? I didn't give you that.
So Vince sends us to Sean outside the venue. That's all he says.
Sean
Go to Sean.
Did they ever say his last name?
The second time on the show they did.
Oh, Sean Mooney, of course.
Yeah. He said, this is Sean outside. All right, so Sean, he's
Sean
here.
can hear us.
Yeah, Sean, can you? I can't hear you. I'm looking for the repo. Whoop, there's the Repo Man. Hey, quick word.
He jumps off the camera into the camera shot somehow. Wow, what a coincidence. Just a fucking Repo Man, Spider-Man style. Why the unprovoked attack on Macho Man? And Repo Man says he has Macho Man's hat and he puts it on, and Macho Man yells, "Oh man!"
Dude, okay. So the way this was set up was so fucking funny. It's like a little screen in the corner of the Macho Man's reaction to seeing this promo with the Repo Man. And Macho Man's like looking at Vince and he sees Repo Man coming to the scene. He doesn't have the hat yet. And like he looks over to Vince and he's like fucking real fidgety. And Vince is like, calm down, calm down. And Macho Man starts looking at the camera. And then the Repo Man off camera pulls the hat out and then puts it on his head. And Macho Man freaks the fuck out. He's like, oh man! And he stands up. Yeah, he stands up real perked out. I said, oh my.
Dude, that was a great, oh man! That was like perfect.
Yeah,
Dude,
that was nuts, man. That was awesome.
He's pissed. He's fucking pissed. And Repo Man says, it was provoked. I said, wow, that's an unbelievable response to why the unprovoked attack. That shit was provoked.
It's just been provoked.
Oh, man! Repo Man says, was that great or what? When I came behind him and hit him, and Macho Man's yelling. Repo Man doesn't have like a headset on or anything, so Macho Man's just screaming at the camera, hey, Repo Man! And Repo Man says he deserved it. And I've been watching him for a long time, but he never paid any attention to me, but now he is. And he's gonna get me in the ring. And Macho Man is pointing down at the monitor in front of Vince, like as if he's talking at Repo Man through Vince's monitor now, and he says, he needs to pay his dues.
That's right, brother. Hey, you ain't been in this business for a cup of coffee.
Fuck this fucking guy, Barry Darso. Hate this. And Sean Mooney says, Macho Man is very upset. You should hear his comments. And Repo says, let me hear. So Sean Mooney takes his headset and like half shares it with Repo Man, and Macho Man's fucking pissed. And Macho Man's, hey, you're gonna get a Monday night hangover. Come do the thing right now. Where you wanna land, Repo Man? I don't know what any of this means, but it sounded fucking cool.
Yeah, no, this works for me, yeah.
And Repo Man says, when I hit you from behind and you flew, that's just the start of it, because when I get you again, it's gonna be worse. It could be a street fight. And Macho Man says, not a chance you do it again. How about a New York street fight? That's a good idea. It should be a street fight, boys.
He came up with it. Yeah, Macho Man did.
And Repo Man says, I have your hat, and that's your prized possession, and you were late with payments, and I got it. And Macho Man's response to that is, that doesn't even make it with me.
That's right. That's right, brother.
Real shit. Real shit.
That's right.
That doesn't even make it with me. Oh, yeah, dude.
Dude, I love this stupid ass angle. You never even paid attention to me until I stole the hat. Dude, wow. Great gimmick. This guy was never on the Macho Man's radar. Like, Macho Man was such a bigger star than this dude.
Yeah.
And then when he stole his hat, he finally recognized him. Yeah, that was
And
cool.
now he has to. Now he fucking wants him. And Repo Man says, you want to wrestle? And Macho Man says, no, I want to do something different. We're gonna have a date. Don't be late, brother.
I'll hit you in my car. Have you seen my car?
Where's my car? Shut the fuck up, bitch. The crowd's chanting, go get Repo. Or BWO.
BWO. BWO.
I think it's BWO.
I agree.
I'm starting to hear
I
it now.
agree. Me with a time machine going back and standing out there.
BWO
I agree. Pointing there in the crowd. Yeah, I agree. I'm in full gold dust gear. I agree.
In a BWO shirt. Yes. Yes.
They are smitten, man. Hell yeah. So Royal Rumble report time with Mean Gene.
Woohoo.
Brought to you by Ico Pro, of course.
Oh, fuck yeah, brother.
I can't believe my fucking eyes. Razor Ramon promo.
Mean Gene says that gigantic main event will be part of next Sunday's Rumble. WWF champion Bret Hart will be defending against this man. Let's hear from Razor Ramon. Razor Ramon says, yo, Hitman. I said, oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. Ayo, Chico. I understand. It's personal now. Ooh. I so scared. Oh my God, this is the GOAT.
I'm giving him the world title.
Yeah, dude, he's champ
scared.
now. Chico, 1 week to go. Royal Rumble, everybody knows. Razor Ramon, gold on his neck, gold on his fingers, and when I done with you, gold on my waist. Holy shit, give him the belt.
Wow.
Give him the belt.
Wow. I put down in my notes, write this down.
Dude, yeah.
Wow, this is such a great promo.
It's 20, is it even 20 seconds? Like, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's not very long, yeah.
Yeah, gets over his character, gets over his ambition, gets over he's a bad dude. Like, yeah, just a great promo here, man.
I loved it. And like, yeah. Oh, I'm so scared. I'm using it in clowns tonight.
Fingers, I'm so scared. Gold on his neck. Yeah, I mean, I got to give it to him, man. I mean, like, anybody else with this gimmick would have failed horrifically.
I think so. I think you legit need to have this charisma.
Yeah.
Machismo.
Yeah.
You got to ooze it. Crazy
Yeah,
stuff.
you goddamn do. Mean Gene says, I'm sure Razor and Brett will be watching very intently the 30-man Royal Rumble. Winner gets a shot at the WWF Champion at WrestleMania 9. Some of the prominent names: The Undertaker, The Berserker, IRS, Yokozuna, Mr. Perfect.
Okay, real quick.
What? Was there an issue?
Yeah, there was. So, Undertaker, Berserker, IRS, 500-pound plus Yokozuna, Mr. Perfect, Typhoon. Okay, so tell me why Yokozuna's the only one with a weight check here? Hey, fuck you, man. Fuck you. How much does a Berserker weigh?
Typhoon is one name after
Yeah, they say large man Typhoon. Hey, fuck you, man. What do you mean by that?
I'm hungry.
Why was it? Yeah, 185 pounds, Mr. Perfect? Come on.
I mean, 500-pound big fucking motherfucker Yokozuna. What the fuck do you want? You're gonna tune in. You hear 500 pounds, you're tuning in just to see this guy. Fuck a Typhoon.
There's a big-ass picture of him.
It's like rocking the screen. He fills up the whole fucking
Yeah,
frame.
shit's nuts, man. Yeah.
Big arm.
That shit was so fucking funny. Berserker, IRS, 500-pound plus Yokozuna, Mr. Perfect, Typhoon. Hey.
Typhoon, the Repo Man, Ric Flair, Papa Shango, Ted DiBiase. Those are just some of the names you'll see next Sunday afternoon.
That's the money man.
That is the money man.
He likes money.
Likes money.
Let's go.
That's real shit. That is real shit. I mean, like, it doesn't get. That's like that's the one positive of this era. All the gimmicks could be explained just like that. This is Ted DiBiase. He's the money man. He likes money. This is Razor Ramon.
Woo!
He wears gold, and he wants to win the title. Chico.
This is Ted DiBiase. Yeah, he's fucking the money man. Mr.
Yeah,
Perfect does everything perfect.
Yeah. This guy's Typhoon. He's Typhoon. That's it.
He's a Typhoon of a man. Yeah.
That's it. That we don't explain.
Well, that's what they needed for James Yokozuna. He's 500 pounds plus.
Leave this man alone.
Hey, he's in the Rumble. How are you going to throw 500-pound Yokozuna over?
That didn't even exist yet, Tony. They threw him over very easily, probably.
The whole roster just turned, looked at Yokozuna.
Just one dude. It was probably the Repo Man just tossed him out.
It was definitely Mr. Hughes who eliminated the Yokozuna.
That's what was awesome. So Mean Gene says, get on the horn and get this shit, dude. Get on the horn is crazy.
That's awesome. I like that.
Yeah, so we go outside the venue. Sean Mooney is out here, and the Macho Man is now running into traffic looking for the Repo Man.
Dude, if Vince even on commentary says, hey, get him out of traffic. Macho Man is going, Macho Man has stopped traffic on the street to go up to look into cars to see if the Repo Man is in a taxi. Dude, get the fuck out of here.
That's a 1993 New York thing. You do that nowadays. Oh,
holy shit.
My God.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know, the Macho Man might be able to get away with it in 2024 if he wanted to. I mean,
yeah, the Macho Man could.
Crazy bastard.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone else could though.
No, I don't. Maybe 500-pound plus Yokozuna might be.
Dude, no, come on. What about Large Man Typhoon?
No, he's not that big. I mean, this fucking guy. Look at this guy.
The Money Man Ted.
So yeah, fucking Macho Man is losing his mind here. Randy's trying to look for him, and Macho Man is fucking looking in cars. Macho Man comes back to Sean Mooney. Where is he? Then he asked Sean Mooney this. Then he runs across the street as cars are going by, and Macho Man runs back, hands up, yelling, "No passing zone, let's do it, man." What?
He's lost his fucking mind, man. It's like when the hat came off, it just like his brain just started expanding. He's like learning
Oozing
shit.
out.
Yeah, he's just learning things at a massive rate. He can't keep up.
I'm gonna fucking get my
That's a no passing zone. Let's do it. I don't care. Street fight. So we go to the next match of the evening, the main event, if you will, the feature bout. El Matador, Tito Santana versus Ric Flair. That's a pretty exciting main, by the way.
That is a fucking sweet main. That's definitely a match WCW probably does here in 3 weeks, too.
You're right.
So yeah, main event, Tito Santana versus Ric Flair. Flair's music. Yeah, Flair's music hits, and one of the guys on the balcony raises his hand in excitement like he's been waiting all fucking show for this match.
That's
He's
awesome.
like, fucking Ric Flair, finally.
Let's go.
Yeah, and Vince said, what if we got rid of him right now?
let's fucking get this guy off the airwaves. Get the fuck out of here.
Tito and Flair, I mean, you couldn't ask for... Like, Tito is doing the Matador thing, but, like, this is such a... Like, he's so over with this gimmick, man. It's cool.
He is, and Flair is such a great, like... He's a little shitter and he bumps around. He's fucking awesome.
Yeah, perfect formula here. Perfect.
Yes.
Tito shoulder tackles Flair, and this is the very beginning of the match, and he begs off to the corner. Let's go! Let's go! We're in this bitch!
Flair starts the match by going over to Savage and saying, "Hey, Savage! Hey, Savage! You gotta want it, baby. You gotta want it."
He's talking to me. Is he talking to me?
Is that like a WCW sleeper agent thing? It wakes him up.
So Tito Santana hits a headlock takeover for a pin, and Vince somehow has convinced himself that Tito Santana is pinning Ric Flair 483 in less than 60 seconds with a headlock takeover. I was very surprised by that.
It's a believable. I mean, Tito Santana works this side headlock and side headlock takeover for like the first half of this match.
So Tito with the international and back to the headlock before commercial. We come back. Tito goes for a monkey flip, but Flair holds on. Flair jackknife pins him for a 2 and then pokes him in the eyes.
Dude. Okay, I was like, wow, Flair jackknife pin. That's pretty sick for a 2. Yeah, they both stand up, and Flair, not even, like, in front of the ref, not even thinking about it, just pokes him in the eye, and Earl Hebner yells at him, and Flair shakes his head, "No!"
That was not me! That was not me!
It was in the nose! I was like, wow, that's fucking so good.
Yeah, nah, man,
I appreciate this stuff so much more now. Like, it's so weird how that works.
Me too. 10 years ago, I always said, what a dumb match.
Yeah, boring odd match. That's so weird. I don't know how that
right.
like why that happens. I guess maybe we watch so much that like when you go back and kind of look at
you get a greater understanding. Yeah, you get a greater understanding of the wider wrestling world, you know, and
yeah,
you know, it's, I think everyone goes through their phases, right? Like,
yeah,
and then you kind of like keep a part of that phase as you continue moving on throughout your lifespan as a wrestling fan. You know, the stuff you like 10 years ago, you'll still like it, but there's more stuff that you like now too.
Yeah,
you know? It's like you kind of keep a piece of that each time as you move on.
Because for a while, I was definitely like an old wrestling stinks guy.
Me too.
Like, I just didn't think it was
sure.
exciting. Yeah, but like now I'm like, wow, like the opener and this match, I was like, wow, these are fucking sweet.
I was super into the opener and the main on this show. Yeah, I thought this was awesome. And like I said, I find myself going back and watching old territory shows too, just to see. I mean, I just think learning more about the business. I think maybe once we got into the business too, just learning about more of it was exciting. I think.
Yeah, just seeing like why things happened. Like looking at it through a different lens. I also like hearing about Jim Dugan.
Jim Dugan. Jim Dugan and the Junkyard Dog, motherfucker.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Tito goes for the monkey flip. Yeah, jackknife poke in the eyes. Flair with the knee out of the corner, and he goes over to Savage and says, "Savage, I'm talking to you."
Dude,
is he talking to me?
What does he fucking want? I don't want to leave yet.
So Vince says, well, it looks like next week we've got it. Pen to paper, Macho Man versus the Repo Man.
Oh, is it a final thing? Do I have that?
Yes.
All right, that's fantastic. Now I got to think about what to do for 7 days.
Dude, holy shit, this is a maniac built for wrestling.
Dude, he says, I got to think of what to do for 7 days, and Vince says, well, you're going to have to keep your mind on the Royal Rumble. And Macho says, you're right. He forgot that this is like taped out of order.
The hat is more important than the Royal Rumble.
As it should be.
So Tito whips Flair into the corner and then back body drop. Rob Bartlett makes a sly comment and says, help, I've fallen and I can't get up.
Because he's old as shit, of course, is Ric Flair, probably 30-something here.
So Tito, 10 punches in the corner. Well, 6 because Flair pokes him in the eye.
I almost called you out on it. 6 punches, and then he gets down. Dude, okay, this is awesome. He's going for 10. He only does 6 because Earl is telling him to get down, and he's a good guy, so he gets down to listen to him. And then Flair takes advantage and pokes him in the eye.
Pokes him in the eye? Get the fuck out of here, man. Are you kidding me with that shit?
But then Flair climbs up top because he's like, Santana's fucked up now. And Santana gets back up, cuts him off, deadly driver off the top. I'm like, oh, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah, no, this is fucking awesome. Yeah, so Tito sends Flair into the buckle. He takes the Flair buckle to the floor.
Crazy.
Yeah, Tito runs out and hits a line on the floor to the outside. you gotta love these Flair matches where like his opponent just kind of stands in the middle and then Flair works the match around by himself. Like,
it is awesome.
He's so good, and that's why like he was such a good traveling champion. 1, because he was fine with the traveling, which is crazy.
Right.
And 2, he could work a match, literally just stand here and I will work around you.
Dude, because his theatrics are nuts.
Yeah, right. It's like something, I don't know if you can teach this. You just have to know
There's
it.
not a lot of guys like
There's
this.
got to be
now.
like a flip switch somewhere that like gets you to understand wrestling like this. Tito with another back body drop and then a running knee lift. And then Tito with the flying burrito!
Dude, so he does it and fucking Vince is like, pin his ass. But he's not. I'm like, why the fuck not? Yeah. But it's because he's got to go for it again. Because Flair's fucking pissed him off. So Flair, he's going for it again. Flair pulls down the top rope and jumps down, and fucking Tito Santana goes flying over the top rope.
I love the way he dropped. He just kind of like fell. He's like, ah.
It wasn't like he knew that this would work. He just knew he was getting out of the way.
And he went over the top rope, and then Mr. Perfect's here. He pulls Flair out. Now they're fighting. Oh, shit. They're trying to break it up. It's a Pier 9 brawl.
Dude. And they're brawling. And there's a guy that looks like Jerry Seinfeld out here. And they're fucking brawling crazy. The Flair is bumping staff members around. He bumps Pat Patterson trying to get to Perfect.
He throws Patterson into the turnbuckle. Patterson's like, oh, shit.
Flair runs after him, then gets by Perfect, which like it looked like Flair was running to fight him more, but he actually just ran to run by him to get to the back. And Vince says, perhaps we can get a camera back there. I don't know. And we're just on a shot of a camera guy staring at the curtain that they just went through.
Yeah, that was a fun match while we had it. I enjoyed that one a lot.
It was fucking fun. Yeah, I mean, like for what it was, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
So we get a Ric Flair town hall when we go to commercial and come back. Flair and Mr. Perfect are still fighting.
Dude, we're back, and Flair and they brawl back out. I love that. That's like, oh, I love that so much. Nothing. That's one of the few things I'll pop for every time is like a brawl, and you think it's done, and they come back out. Oh shit!
Yeah, no, that's just dope as fuck.
Flair is taunting him to come on. Everyone's holding him back, and now Vince is at ringside with a mic, and Flair's fired the fuck up.
He cuts a promo that only he can cut, by the way.
And this is after a match and a brawl. Yeah. He says, you don't talk to me about the rules now. The WWF isn't big enough for me and Mr. Perfect. So right here, live, in front of God and the whole world, here, next week, I want Perfect. And he's red-faced, he's sweating, he's losing his mind. The crowd's fucking fired up. And Vince says, well, that's pretty clear. Can't get any clearer than that. Flair comes back. One of us stays. One of us goes. Not out of the building, but out of the WWF. And Vince says, oh, I can't believe you'd risk your career, Mr. Flair. And I'm not too sure if Mr. Perfect is going to do that either. Flair has already walked away from Vince. He's hugging fans now on like 10 steps away.
Dude, Flair leaves mid-promo, kisses a woman in the crowd, and then come back and finishes the promo. Holy
I'm going to tell you right now.
Shit, dude.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I'm going to tell you right now, you're not man enough. You don't got the guts. And you're not going to see the day in your life that you beat Ric Flair. And Rob Bartlett says, take a Prozac.
Ric Flair just sold 5 million tickets.
to Manhattan.
He just sold 6 million tickets, boys. That is like, oh my God. What this whole package is lost. This is lost to time. This is not a thing anymore.
This is nuts. Yeah, this is awesome. Vince says, hopefully before we go off there, we'll get a retort. I don't know what to say. We're rocking and rolling here. Well, Mr. Perfect does come out. The crowd's fired up. Mr. Perfect comes to ringside, and of course, somehow he didn't hear this, and Vince repeats the promo. He says, I don't know if you heard the challenge or not. And so he tells him what happened. And Perfect says, you're talking about meeting Ric Flair, and the loser has to leave the WWF. Are you kidding me? I'll take that in a heartbeat. I said, oh, shit. Ric Flair, you're going to be gone. McMahon, you know me. Everybody knows me. I am what I say I am. You want me, you got me right here. And Vince says, I can't imagine you or Flair putting your career on the line. That's too far. You two are great competitors. Why risk that? Great, of course he would say that.
Mr. Perfect says everybody knows him. I'm not sure if that's true, but everybody knows Goldust. BWO! BWO! Come on, everybody! BWO!
Oh, we have a rogue fan here.
A top fan.
must be Paul E.
He shows him his Goldust.
Oh, I know
he
that
calls
guy.
himself the big gold one. I don't know what that means.
Perfect says, is that what it has to take? The two greatest athletes in the WWF? Only one man will stay? I'll take that challenge. I'll put my career on the line. Holy shit.
Dude, I love this. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah. Vince says, it can't be any clearer than that. Mr. Perfect puts his career on the line next week. One-on-one with Ric Flair. And, of course, the Macho Man meeting the Repo Man. And maybe the Macho Man can find his hat. And Macho Man yells, it's going to be World War III next Monday night.
Now it's going to be World War III here soon, though.
Yeah, 2 years. Give me a couple years here. So I'm like, okay, this is like it. We're about to fade to black. Never again. The show starts the same way that I would have never predicted it ended. It goes, and now we're outside, and there's a tow truck holding up a car. And I said, no fucking way. And then the Repo Man jumps into frame. He has Macho Man's hat. Repo Man says, I got a hat, and now I got a 4-wheel drive. And Rob Bartlett says, hey, that's my car.
That's my car.
My fucking car. Macho Man says, you gotta be ribbon. You'll pay, Repo. I'm gonna get you. And fucking Repo Man jumps on the shit, and the tow truck drives away with Rob Bartlett's car. And the last thing you hear is Rob Bartlett saying, "Oh no!" as the car drives away. Wow, I could not believe they paid off this car thing. I
know.
Was
they probably said that's super important. We have to pay this off.
I can't fucking believe it. I was like, okay, so like, this era is not for me, but like, and this, like, it took me a while to watch this, but like, when we're talking about it, like, they kind of did everything right.
Yeah, the package itself, I'm not really interested in. I don't think this is for me either. I appreciate the pieces that they have here.
They're shitty pieces, but they're shitty pieces that they do put together.
Yeah, Terry Taylor, Mr. Perfect was good. I enjoyed that.
Fun.
I wish, like half the match I could have seen without Bobby Heenan's phone call. Yeah, Marty Jannetty and Glenn Ruth was just absolutely horrible. Just like a legitimate
dog shit.
Yeah.
Dude, there was only one move. That was it.
Legit, Tony might have been one of the worst matches I've seen in a minute. Like, and I watch a lot of wrestling.
It's arm drags, that's it, yeah.
Yeah, and then Tito Santana and Ric Flair was cool too. I enjoyed that. Yes. I don't think there was anything to like take away, like huge takeaways from the show. But they had the pieces there that I enjoyed. The package itself was like, there's so much. I'm waddling through shit to find like the one, you know what I mean, to get to the next good thing here.
I mean, like, yeah, I don't fucking get this shit at all. But like, I appreciate that I don't even know if they tried, but like they did something here. Whether it was good or not is a whole other question.
They had a vision and they saw it through. That's what happened here.
Yeah, right.
The nicest way to put it.
Like, this is what we want to present. Like, this what it was. It was like, this is what we want to present in 1993. These are our top stars. And then we're going to tell this stupid story of this car getting.
Well, Nitro's coming, motherfucker. You better.
Yeah, Nitro's about to steamroll this shit. So
they had no idea what they were getting when Nitro came. I tell you that.
Yeah, it's just like a lot of this was like, I don't know if I would watch. So I definitely would have been tuned in. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I gotta watch.
Sure.
I gotta watch the motherfucking Barney. It's got the Red Ranger, Stone Cold Steve Austin on it.
The Goldust is coming in next season.
Yeah, no, that shit was gas. It's got Vin Diesel. Like, I'm watching that shit.
Now, I don't know if we're gonna watch episode 3 of Raw. Well, I guess we'll see what people think here. But that was Monday Night Raw, and that is it for our show. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Make sure to check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/deadlockpw. We got weekly uploads on there. Watch this every Friday. A monthly watch along that's coming this month. The Boys' Choice. We're probably going to watch something spooky. And tons and tons of content on there. Just hundreds of hours of backlog of Patreon exclusive content that I think you'll love. Patreon.com/DeadlockPW. And speaking of things you'll love Deadlock Pro Wrestling. You should check out Super Battle, our biggest goddamn show ever. This Saturday, DPWOnDemand.com. Check that shit out. Our entire backlog is on there. If you want to start early, get the fuck in. Check out our last show. Check out all the shows while you're there. And enjoy it, because we put a lot of work into DPW, and we love it, and we love the show, and we love you. And we'll see you next week for another edition of the Deadlock Podcast.